Let's go. I'm ready today. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I am drinking chamomile hibiscus tea. Let's go. We about to get started. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. Especially if you've been here before. Welcome back. You already know what's about to happen. I call it magic. I call it alchemy. You know. I have some tea in my shop and it's hibiscus and chamomile. So this is what I'm drinking right now. Nothing else in it. No sugar, no honey, no agave, no nothing. Straight hibiscus and chamomile. I have many things I want to talk about that I was learning yesterday, right? And I'll wait till we get to like 20 people in here. The colors that I have chosen are supposed to make you feel safe. So just so you guys can know, the colors that I've chose are supposed to make you feel safe. And I hope that you feel safe here. So that's the type of intention that I set on this conversation that we're about to have. Our conversation will be healing. Our conversation will be enlightening. And I hope that this conversation will cause you to reflect on things that you've seen, reflect on your behavior, reflect on yourself. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to wait. Till about 20 people get here. I just finished loving myself, taking care of myself, meaning, cleansing myself to the deepest ability, taking care of myself, feeding myself the healthiest food, and then ending it off with some tea, making sure that I have the energy to give you. I don't do readings anymore. I have the energy to give you, and you're able to leave today with some type of, some type of fulfillment, some type of opening, some type of questions today, maybe some answers. You know what I'm saying? So I actually have many little screenshots and notes that I took within these past couple of days, and I'm gonna get into them one by one, literally. More so just explaining what. So we got 30 people in here. First of all, I want to say thank you all for being here. Thank you all. I'm very grateful for you all to be here. I gave myself a reading, and just looking at the path that is happening right now, I feel like that justice energy, which is, everybody receiving what they've put out into the universe, I feel like that's finally come into manifestation. So I feel like, right now I feel very abundant, very appreciative, very grateful, very thankful, and understanding that, to just enjoy the moment, right? Now, a lot of you guys fail to enjoy the moment when, something good is happening. A lot of you guys kind of just be on to the next thing. But what you have to realize is that this life is a cycle. So the cycle starts with you first having a situation or a problem or something like that. And you find the problem. Maybe you start to realize some type of behavior in yourself or whatever. You go through a situation where there's a problem or it's karma. And what you have to do is through this cycle, you have to go through this cycle and learn to the point where you gain clarity, right? And a lot of this is so easily able to happen when you go and meditate. You gain clarity for the past that just happens, right? So say, for example, you went through a situation where people were just treating you wrong and you didn't understand. Oh, you start to reflect and you start to realize, oh, people treat me wrong because of how I used to act as a kid. I used to let people talk to me, right? You start to do more reflection, then you start to change that, right? You start to peep that. You see, okay, this is what's wrong. And then you finally gain the courage within yourself to be like, okay, this is what I need to do to fix that. Now you've set boundaries. Now that you done set boundaries, then you literally just been able to heal a whole problem. Now, when you heal a whole problem, that's when you start to receive abundance, right? Because when you solve something, when you solve some type of inner trauma, some type of childlike trauma, you allow yourself and the ancestors to be super happy for you because you've literally cleared karma, right? Now, the main thing that I surely wanted to talk about today was the fact that everything is all with one. Everything is connected. Everything is connected. Even if you may not be able to directly see how something is connected, I'm going to show you how things are connected, right? So yesterday I was really into I was really studying a lot of sacred geometry because I was called to get a sacred geometry tattoo on my arm, right? How do you clear karma? You have to learn it. That's the only way. You have to learn it. You have to break the cycle. That's all it is cycles, right? So I was learning about sacred geometry and just really understanding it, because we see sacred geometry and we're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's sacred geometry. It means something. It's spiritual. Yeah, But we never truly understand what sacred geometry really is and how it's connected to the freaking world and us. Truly. And I feel like when you start to understand this, it'll start to really blow your mind, right? And the thing about it is, I wish to create mystery schools, and these are the things that I literally would be teaching in mystery schools. Teaching sacred geometry, teaching how to use this in your life and how it is important in your life. You know what I'm saying? So, first of all, let's understand this. Sacred geometry has created every single thing, like anything that you could think of, sacred geometry made it, right? And I'm about to tell you how. So, with atoms, with molecules, with structures, with patterns, you can literally find sacred geometry in all of those things. And all of those things, right? Because that is the formula of life. It's the formula. It's like, okay, so you got to think about it in a scientific way. What's the scientific way to make a baby? What's the scientific way to do this and this and that? Oh, we got to take these atoms or these molecules and then make this turn to this. Well, okay, what is the formula for that atom? And then you look at the formula and you start to realize, oh, I can draw a Metatron's cube or a square on this atom's molecule, right? And you start to realize, oh, snap, right? Let's think about it. If you ever was in science, you know about the periodic table. Periodic table is made by sacred geometry. Every single element is made by sacred geometry, right? And I'm about to show y'all some stuff. Don't worry, I'm about to show y'all, right? So, I'm about to teach y'all something, right? So, a lot of you guys may know about this drawing, right? Now, here's the thing. A lot of you guys may be thinking, okay, but this is a cool drawing. Oh, he drew realistic arms, but it's like, no. This is sacred geometry, right? Because look, these, when you start to have, okay, where's the actual picture of this, right? So look, when you have these figures right here, the circle and the square, you start to actually draw out the levels of consciousness. Hold on, y'all. I had to turn off the Wi-Fi. Stick with me. So when you start to draw these circles and squares, I'm going to explain more. So this is third dimensional type of consciousness, right? And you got to think about it too. Trust me, I'm about to connect everything. Stick with me. So you got to think about it too, right? We start to think about dimensions. Really think about dimensions, right? Let's think about dimensions. I have a book right here. I'm about to show you something, right? Let's think about dimensions. When you think about drawing a cube and a square, right? When you think about, okay, let me explain, right? So look, this is what I'm talking about. He's drawing this man within a level of consciousness. This figure represents consciousness. So this man is within the figure of consciousness, right? So here's the thing. What we have to understand is also dimensions. Why is it acting like this with this connection? So we have to understand with dimensions, right? When you start to draw a square, it's just flat. It's just flat, right? But when you start to say, okay, but make it third dimensional. How can you explain the third dimension or what the third dimension looks like? You start to draw an actual cube, right? So let's say you start to draw an actual cube. Let's see, a cube, right? In order to explain another dimension from a flat solid, you start to say, okay, well, if I draw this cube, now you can literally see the dimension. There's now a diagonal, there's a up, there's a down. It looks like it's literally like in your realm, right? And that's the thing about it. Using this as a perspective, understand what I'm trying to say, because I'm trying to find the best words to explain something as sacred as sacred geometry. So you look at a flat square, right? And this is square. So when you look at this, right, a flat square, what is that? The second dimension, right? And if you understand second dimension, they say that second dimension is literally flat, right? There is no depth to it. But when you start to, and I know I'm bringing science in, but you got to understand what I'm talking about. So then when you start to say, okay, what about a cube? Now you done added a dimension to it, and it now has depth to it, right? It has depth to it. Now, so let's go back to understanding these notes. We talking about sacred geometry, right? Do you see the difference of depthness between this drawing and this drawing? This is on a second level dimension of consciousness, and this is on a third level of dimension of consciousness. It's either this is third, or this is the first level of consciousness, and this is the second level of consciousness. But that's what I'm saying. Understand how there's a difference now. You see the difference now, and if you look at it, what do you let's look, right? Look at these. What I'm trying to get you to understand is look at the amount of how many times these figures show up in life, right? And this is going from head to toe. Now imagine if this is a part of our actual field of aura, right? So then you look, you got this. And the thing is, I'm still learning. So I don't exactly know each name, but still, this is a square, or you turn it to a diamond, right? I don't know the sacred geometry name of just this flat solid, right? But you see here, what is this? A triangle, a square, right? And when you think about it, right, look at this shape, right? I'm about to connect it. Look at this shape. This is the same shape as the pyramid from this upper view, right? So this is sideways, and this is, if you was to look it from the upward view, right? Let me delete that so you can see the diamond. Right? You see that? You tilt it, and now you can see that diamond. Right? Basically, what I'm trying to understand is, because I know this can be very tricky to understand, right? I know this can be very tricky to understand. But really what I'm trying to tell you is everything is truly connected. All these sacred geometry symbols and everything, you can find them in structures. You can find them in life. You can find them in plants. You see? The Merkaba. This is the Merkaba symbol. This is Merkaba. You're seeing the Merkaba symbol on a third dimensional, third conscious drawing, right? So what does that mean? Does that mean that Merkaba starts to get really activated when you start to get that third level of consciousness? Right? That's how you got to think about things. I'm not here to tell you what I believe, but I'm here to at least spark something in you to start doing some more research, right? And you see this whole shape, and what does it look like again? The pyramid. The pyramid. The pyramid. You see, and look at all these shapes within that pyramid. You got the square within the consciousness, within the second level of consciousness, and then the third level of consciousness. Right? So yeah, I was talking first level and second level. That's what it is. First level and second level, right? Now, to make it more simple on a simpler term, Hedron, they are tripping me out right now. They do not want me to teach. I tried to turn on the Wi-Fi. I don't understand. I don't know if they don't want me teaching this. I don't know. But listen, look, it's a tetrahedron, and this is basically the element of methane, right? This is on the periodic table. You see how this atom, cell, whatever the freak it is, molecule is basically the same shape as a tetrahedron. And a tetrahedron is in my tattoo. A tetrahedron is in my tattoo, right? Let's go even further, right? Look at this. Look at this. Look at these sacred geometry symbols. I am going to upload it, and I'm going to upload this live onto YouTube. So make sure you guys subscribe to YouTube. I'm going to upload this live onto YouTube. But look, you see these flowers? These flowers clearly have these freaking sacred geometry symbols on the flowers, right? We can even go a little bit deeper. Look at this. This is the Fibonacci. Styx River. Look at my YouTube, Styx River. Look, this is the Fibonacci. This is the Fibonacci. What this is, the Fibonacci. Look at it. It's literally all through life. 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 You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to understand and figure out, right? What is this about? You know, this is the formula of life that they have, right? So think about it like this. If it takes a male fetus or a woman's this to make a, I said male's fetus, or this and that to make a baby, right? That's the formula to make the baby. This right here is the formula to life and where life was created. Right? And we can even go to crystals, right? Look at the snowflake. Look at this snowflake. Look at this snowflake. This is the Metatron's cube right here. This is the same shape, the Metatron's cube right here. 1 point, 2 point, 3 point. This is a snowflake, 4 point, right? And then you got that circle and that square yet again. That circle, that square, that triangle. Look at how many shapes. Look at how many. So somebody said, what's the point? Okay. The point is that everything is created from one thing, right? And this is literally the language of the universe, right? So if you are able to understand this, right? Because the thing about it is our higher ups understand this. This is why they make certain creations. Like if you want to look at, you know, certain society symbols, if you know what I'm saying, FM, you know what I'm saying, then you know that they contain within this circle too. They would have that one here and then the other one right under here. They fit. They know what they're doing with their symbolism because they understand that these symbols carry a creative energy, right? Now imagine if you were to manifest, right? And when you're manifesting, you have crystals of these shape. You're thinking of this symbol. Think about the energy that can lie, right? Because you're thinking about a symbol that carries this energy. Somebody say, how's a circle coming from a square? The thing about it is the circle and the square are able to float on each other. So look, right? The circle and square are able to literally, the first one, right? Where is it at? So there's a first one that actually fits perfectly into the square. You see? And as it grows, it starts to eat the circle. But even then, here's what I'm trying to get to, right? These are all atoms and molecules. These are all atoms and molecules. Look at these figures. Look at these figures. Look at this. What's this? Isn't this the Metatron cube again? These are cells and stuff, bro. Look at this. Molecules. Tetrahedron, octahedron, decahedron. Oh, you getting blocked, baby. You trying to... But yeah, you see? And then look. Pyrite is my favorite. Where's my crystal? Is it even here? Pyrite is my favorite crystal, right? One of my favorite crystals. Do you see how the earth is literally birthing these symbols over and over and over and over again? What's this gonna do for you though? It gives me understanding about where I am. It gives me understanding about where I live. The more I understand the universe, the more knowledge that I have. The more knowledge that I have, the more wisdom that I have. The more wisdom, the more knowledge, meaning that allows me to ascend to different levels, right? Because guess what? What if when I'm astral projecting, I need to understand the different frequencies of the dimensions? I need to understand the different structures of the dimensions, right? What if there are other planets and it's true, on other planets, you can see these freaking sacred geometry symbols on the actual Mars, right? Stop thinking on math and science. Stop thinking like that. Why wouldn't you want to understand what is going on with your universe and what makes your universe? Because imagine if you can understand what makes your universe, then doesn't that mean that you now understand the knowledge to create? Right? So again, change the way you're thinking. Change the way you're thinking. You didn't ask none of those questions when you was in high school. You didn't ask none of those questions when you was in elementary. So why are you asking now? You know what I'm saying? But look at these shapes that are appearing on crystals. Crystals are even taking these forms, right? We are made of these forms. And one thing that, right, look, here we go. Right? So again, the more I understand, the more you start to realize, right? And the more you start to see what the universe is speaking to you, right? You got to understand with words. The universe doesn't communicate with you with words. The universe communicates with you. Y'all talking about be careful. It's just my phone. It's just my phone ringing. It's okay. It's just my phone ringing. But just understand that the universe doesn't communicate with words. It's going to communicate with the way that it communicates, which is through sacred geometry, which is through numbers, right? We didn't create math. We discovered math. Right? We didn't create math. We discovered math. Weird. Okay. I need to understand, right? Because I need moderators. What do moderators do? Are moderators able to block or anything? But period. I'm about to go off on a rant right now, and I'm about to go off, right? So I understand that sacred geometry is a little bit deeper than what you normally are used to, right? A lot of people may be used to learning about just what's in front of them and not what is making what's in front of them, right? So my thing is, the more and more to understand the universe, the deeper it gets, right? The deeper it gets. So you got to be prepared to get deep. You got to be prepared to not just take things at face value, because I feel like society has taught you to just think off of what you already see, right? To just think off of what you already see. So somebody has money, they got to be rich. Or somebody has this, they got to be this. But it's like, there's always more to what you just see. There's always more to what you see right in front of you, right? It's always more. Also, if you guys are learning something from this, please drop some positive comments. Please drop some hearts. Please drop some energy in here, right? So the thing about it is, you just got to understand that things get deeper than what you just see, right? And when we start to think deeper, right? Think about it like this. To heal yourself, you got to think deeply to see and reflect what is really causing you to not grow. What patterns are causing you to be stuck, right? So it's important to just understand you, because the universe is you. The universe is you. So it's like learning your own coding. It's like learning where you truly came from, learning what makes you, right? So when you understand the power of the universe, right? Somebody may be like, well, what am I supposed to do with this? Honestly, stop having expectations with everything. That's the thing. We have expectations. We think that this is supposed to do something for us. And don't think it won't. It's not that it won't, but these expectations are always going to limit you. These expectations are always going to stop you from getting to where you need to get to, because you're going to go somewhere expecting this, right? And because you're expecting this, you might end up get disappointed and not really see what you were supposed to see that whole time. Y'all like the mug? You know what I'm saying? It's like going to a friend's house and expecting to have food on the table. And it's like, bro, like you get there and you so focused on, yo, did you bring the food? And the guy's like, no, but I got this person over here. He he can do this. And you're like, bro, you ain't bring the food. It's like, bro, it's a whole opportunity in front of you. Stop having expectations and allow things to surprise you. Like, where does your expectation even come from? Humans, what we made? You got expectations based off of other humans? You're set to hurt yourself. You're set to hurt yourself, right? Because the truth about it is, other humans, like, we all are just trying to understand. We all are just learning, right? So you got to try to find the answers from the source itself and realize that everything here in this universe is just an offspring of the universe. Everything here is just a part of the creation. You know what I'm saying? Everything here is a part of the creation. And when I was really studying that sacred geometry, you know, it really put things into perspective, because like especially if you ever watch Full Metal Alchemist, you can understand why my interest may be so on top of sacred geometry, especially, right? And that's because it's like, when you watch Full Metal Alchemist, you literally watch how they're using these sacred geometry figures. Everybody has their own kind of different sacred geometry figures, and they're using this to transmute things, right? So what if that's literally the key? Using sacred geometry has created all of life. So how can we use sacred geometry to continue to create if we're creators? You know what I'm saying? Everything has its cons. But look, everything has its cons. Everything has its cons. Look at here. I'm on live right now. The positive is I'm teaching you, right? The positive is I get to meet you, right? But the negative is there's negative comments, right? So everything comes with cons. That cannot be not your excuse, but that cannot be a excuse. That's everything. Everything's gonna go up and down. These are hermetics, right? Okay. All right. She said geometry didn't create life. Okay. All right. Watch Naruto. You said I'm a god and I disapprove. That's for your world. If you're so loving and accepting. Oh yeah, true, yeah. You on point right there with the talking about the God thing. You see how they're so aggressive? You see how others are so aggressive to me? How they know I don't believe in Jesus? I don't, but you know what I'm saying? Why are they so aggressive? Why are y'all pressing me to believe what y'all believe in? It sounds like a pyramid scheme to me. You know what I'm saying? But period, point blank, I think it's important to start learning the Hermetic laws. The Hermetic laws definitely teaches you about things that can allow you to start getting acceptance, right? For example, I started to learn that everything is going to go up and down. You start to realize, oh, okay, that's just how life is. It's not me tripping out. It's just that's how life is, right? So you realize, oh, okay, so right now you may feel high today. You may feel great. You may feel amazing, but you got to realize that eventually what rises falls, right? But when you accept that, it allows you to enjoy the moment more, right? Because you know, it's like a chart for investing. The chart goes up and down, dips. It's no matter what, it's going to go down, right? That is a clear manifestation of the law of rhythm, right? Things manifest in the way, right? So it's like if you look at a graph, it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Who do you think built the pyramids? Honestly, I feel like we either had technology that we learned from aliens, right? Or we had technology from aliens, or aliens built it, period. I feel like we have completely cut off a communication with another species, or maybe we don't know about the species, but the speaking of aliens have become way too common lately for us not to actually believe it now. Like, it's becoming a little way too common, and they're trying to slide it into the norm. I can see it. They're trying to make it a new norm. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys check out my crystal shop. I got pyramids of my own, right? You know what's crazy? People think that pyramids are actually tombs. People think that pyramids are places where the pharaohs were just buried there. When in reality, these pyramids, I truly believe that these pyramids were actually structures used for energy and used to heal the rest of the city, right? Pyramids, my YouTube channel is Styx River. Pyramids literally resonate at a frequency that if you were able to sit in that freaking pyramid, you would feel the healing frequency that was being emitted from the pyramid, right? And that's why the pyramids were placed at certain coordinates, right? Now, I'm going to show you something. There is, like, those Egyptians were way too on point, right? So let's look at pyramid in Orion's belt, right? This is ridiculous, right? This is ridiculous, right? This is ridiculous. Check this out. Check this out. These pyramids are exactly aligned with Orion's belt. These pyramids are exactly aligned with Orion's belt. Come on now. Come on now. Exactly aligned with Orion's belt. They understood that as above, so below. As above, so below. Right? So let's go again, right? Let's look at the Sphinx. The Sphinx is literally pointing. Right? And the Sphinx is a lion. And it's pointed. Look at this. It's pointed. It's literally pointed to the constellation of Leo. Come on. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Somebody says, how? Somebody said, yeah, the Hermetics did know, right? Somebody said, how to get crystals to work. How do we know crystals work? How do we feel their frequencies? So here's the thing. The whole thing is being aware, right? Awareness helps you to greatly experience, right? Because the whole idea of life is to experience, right? When you have awareness, it allows you to experience at its fullest capacity, right? Because you're in the present moment, because you're aware. Now, here's the thing. You have to build that level of awareness. What is up? What is up? You have to build that level of awareness. What's up with the... Okay. You have to build that level of awareness through meditation, right? Through meditation, you're able to sit there and comb through the thoughts and realize that first, these thoughts are not you. Crystal, just relax. Not relax, but just wait for me. So you get to this level of awareness, right? Now, here's the thing. The more you meditate, the more you will start to feel the subtle energy, because there is energy everywhere. You may not be able to just feel it, right? And here's the thing. There is certain frequencies that we can't even see. We only see 1% of the frequencies, right? That's why if we were to literally move and change our frequency to another frequency, you probably couldn't even see me no more, depending on what frequency it is. That's why there are other beings in other frequencies. You just can't see it. Right? Right? So the thing about it is, you got to get to a level of subtle awareness, right? Subtle awareness. Now, what is subtle awareness? Subtle awareness is the key. Subtle breathing, key. And the meaning of that is getting to the level of meditation to where you can feel all the energy that is around you, right? Alchemy and transmutation is the ability to manipulate energy, right? Now, being able to you got to first feel the energy and become aware that it's there for you to even use the energy and manifest. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, I can feel the subtle energy within my palms, right? And that allows me to know, okay, I am actually able to use the energy within my hand and send it other places, just like Reiki. I can send energy in different places. That's why we can speak. That's why we can speak, right? And when we speak, depending on what we say, depending on what we feel, depending on how we are in that moment, you can literally start to feel my energy, right? Because I'm shooting up that energy. Some people unconsciously do that and they don't know. That's why my empaths always go through so much, because you guys consciously know about the way of using energy. You understand that you can shift this emotion this way, and this emotion vibrates at this energy, and people who are aware of this can feel the shift of the energy because each emotion is at a different frequency, right? So it's like tuning a radio. I can get angry right now and you will feel my energy, right? Because the difference between anger and enlightenment is a complete difference in frequency. You will feel that, right? And what I realized is by doing sound healing, I realized that I can literally feel, like, for example, I play the frequencies on my piano. I can literally feel, like, think about it in a scientific way. It's mass. So I can feel weight. We are demigods. You're on point. You can feel the weight of the frequency entering the room. If you ever had frequencies playing in the room, solfeggio, or if you've ever had somebody do sound healing, you can feel the weight of that sound frequency, right? And you know, just because it's something that we can't see doesn't mean it's not something that has entered the room. We can't see air, but we can feel it when it's pushed against us. But you can't see air. Does that mean it's not there? You can't see air, but yet air is the most vital force. Energy is the same as air, right? You can't see both, but you can feel both. So that just lets you know that these frequencies, this air and this energy is vibrating at a different frequency for us to see it on our eyes, right? Our eyes can only see a certain amount. Let me see. I think I have that. I think I have a picture. Am I not able to put effects? I'm not able to put it. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Oh, I can't put no effects. Yes, I can. All right. Look. Here we go. Your eye can only see 1% of visible light spectrum, which means we can only see 1% of what's going on and around us. In other words, we are unable to see the 99% of the world that we live in. So if you're only seeing 1%, I'm saying this right now. I am transmuting all negative energy to create more of a positive influence and setting that intention out and allowing everybody to eat off this negative energy into a positive that we can all manifest with and learn with and continue to our life with, period. Right? Here we go. So you see, these eyes, we're only able to see 1% of the spectrum. 1% of the spectrum. 1% of the spectrum. So that lets you know there could be so many different entities around us that you can't see. You know, you be seeing shadow people. You say you see this person, this spirit, right? They're there, right? And that's why in movies and stuff like that, they be like, I'm gonna always be with you. Yeah, you're literally always with me, right? Always with me. And then you look here again. The Merkaba within the tree of life. Look at the symbols that are the sacred geometry symbol right here in the tree of life. The tree of life explains consciousness. It explains life. It explains it, right? It explains it, right? So here's one thing that I also, you can't even see it, right? You can't see it. Okay, so the one thing that I was basically, what's this picture? Okay, so here we go. The placebo effect is scientific proof that we have the ability to heal ourselves with thought, right? This is so true. A lot of you guys don't even realize that we are literally able to heal ourselves, right? And this is what I was telling my friend. I was telling my friend, hey, you know, eventually when you get to a level of enlightenment, you will start to realize you have a healing power. Right? Now, when you have a healing power, now it's time for you to take a choice on choosing, are you going to use that healing power to heal, right? Or are you going to just neglect it and continue to go into the physical world, right? Now, here's the thing. When you use that healing power to heal, this is how you use it to heal to heal other people, right? You heal yourself. Now, here's the thing. The only way you can know how to heal somebody else is if you can heal yourself, right? So let's say I've worked myself out and I've gotten myself nice, big, and fit. Now I know what it takes to get nice and big and fit. I wouldn't have known if I hadn't did it myself and I hadn't went through it myself, right? Now, people will see me go through that process, and then after I go through that process, they will start to get inspired because they will see it is possible, right? Now, just simply you healing yourself and maintaining that is what allows other people to get healed. Because as much as you can preach, as much as you may want to preach to other people, some people are taught through just watching. Some people are hard-headed, so they don't want to hear. They just want to watch you, right? And a lot of times, what it is too is, I like to tell people, look at people habits. Look at what they do, not always what they say. Not always what they say, right? And when you see somebody living out the habits, because sometimes we just don't believe that is actually true. Sometimes we don't believe that is actually true, right? Say somebody that you know becomes a millionaire, right? Say somebody, what's up, emo son? Say somebody becomes a millionaire, right? And you watch their habits and you see what they do. It's going to inspire you. You're going to be like, dang, that is really the way to do it. And I know it's real because a lot of times, right? Here's the truth. A lot of times we don't believe things are real, right? The moment that you get your dream or your manifestation come true, the first thing you want to say is this real? Did you not really think it was real this whole time? Like you do, but you don't. You know what I mean? You do, but you don't. That's why every time something freaking amazing happens, you're like, oh my gosh, is this real? I just watched the kid on YouTube hit freaking 1 million subscribers, and the first thing he said is, is this real? Am I alive? Am I alive? And I'm just like, I'm laughing, but I'm like, it's crazy because the first thing we do is start to think that we are no longer in a place, right? So think about it. If this is a fantasy, right? Because what even is real? What even is real? Right? What even is real? And I want y'all to really think about this. What even is real? Because if you want to tell me that real is the ability to see, touch, feel, hear, these are all just senses. In my dream, I can see, touch, taste, feel. So why isn't my dream real? Why isn't my dream real? Right? What even is real to realize that everything that we freaking made in this system is made up. Like, it's literally made up. Like, it's made up. Think about it. Like, oh, a job is real. Like, this is realistic. Making this amount of money is realistic. Like, bro, you made money. Then you're going to tell me what's realistic enough of how much I can have of it and you made it? Like, what is really real? There's no such thing as real. And if you see, and the thing about it is if you realize all those movies that teach you about consciousness always have that other realm, right? Which is that fourth dimensional realm. And y'all got to understand that y'all dreams are fourth dimensional, right? That's why in your dreams, you're able to meet spirits. You're able to meet, other beings. You're able to astral travel, right? Because astral travel and dreaming is the same realm. Akashic, it's all the same realm. It's the same realm. Some of y'all are disconnected from that realm because they make you think that it's just something that happens. But you go to sleep, go somewhere else, and you just think that's something that happens. You go to sleep, right? The cousin of death, right? Your body is unconscious, but your actual mind, your house. So, where are you going? Then let's talk about the fact that in these dream worlds, you're meeting spirits, right? You're getting premonitions, meaning a lot of times, some people like me, for example, I can have a dream, and this dream will literally tell me what's about to happen. So what is that? What is is that? Right? Make sure you guys check out the crystal shop too if you want some crystals. But what is that? What is that? It is our subconscious mind. You know, and I just made a video talking about communication, right? Talking about, peep this, because I'm about to get deep. Right? Your thoughts. You see how your thoughts, you have multiple thoughts, and sometimes you don't even understand why those thoughts are here, right? Here's one thing. Our subconscious mind is the all mind, right? It's the all mind, meaning the whole universe is connected to this subconscious mind. It's also a part of our dream world, right? Because our dream world is our subconscious mind, which is also fourth dimension. So this subconscious mind is the all mind, and our subconscious mind is what actually derives and is the heart of our manifestation. Because if our manifestation can get to our subconscious mind, it can actually now become a creation, right? Because the subconscious mind is the all mind, right? The thing, let's also think about ideas. How many times have we heard the story that ideas are looking for people to attach on to make them reality, right? Make them reality. Ideas come from the subconscious mind. Because you can't just be like, think of an idea pops up. No, ideas come when you least expect it, right? Just like messages, subconscious mind. Now I'm getting to the point. Check this out, right? Now, you literally have these thoughts, and sometimes you can telepathically communicate with each other. You can hear my thought. So what if this whole time you're having all these thoughts? What if these thoughts are actually just other people communicating? And this whole time we've been telepathically communicating and we didn't even know. The closer we get with somebody, the more we start to actually hear their thoughts. How many times have y'all been in a relationship and got so close with them that you literally was like, get out of my head? But it's like, think about that. And this is what I tell people. I could communicate with you. I could communicate with you if you was to release yourself. Because a lot of people put up walls because they don't want them. That's why certain people who are shy and don't want people in their head, they don't look at you. They don't want you in their mind. And that's the thing. A lot of times you can't hear somebody else's thoughts. Sometimes it's because they're trying so hard to block you off from their energy. They're trying so hard to block you off from their true thoughts. So when you feel like you can't hear somebody, or you feel like, why can't I, like, you just feel like there's no type of, because this person is not trying to create that connection with you. They don't want you in their mind. They don't want you. You know what I'm saying? Some people have thoughts in there that they don't want nobody else to know. They don't want nobody else to hear. They close themselves off. Exactly. You say something and then they say, you think something, and then they say what you was thinking. You like, that's because there's a connection between all of us to the one mind. The more in alignment you are, the more fog and smoke you can move from the mirror, right? Because we are all one. So we are all connected to one mind. That's why, you see, they trying me, bro. Don't worry. Y'all subscribe to YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube. Because this is going to be on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube because it's going to be on YouTube. Yup. Yeah, I did hear you. Before I even saw that comment, I already said it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, y'all just gotta realize that, bro, we are able to talk to each other. That's why sometimes somebody could be thinking, oh, what is this idea? And I'll be like, I just got an idea. Somebody was asking me that. Right? Like, I may start talking about a new topic. That's because I can hear somebody thinking about that. It just be like that. Why do I feel like no matter how hard I can't awaken? That's because you're trying. You want to be a moderator? I do need moderators. Please, I need moderators. I do need moderators. My YouTube is Styx River. You guys have the link in my bio and click YouTube channel, or just click the M logo and you'll see the YouTube under that. Yeah, I do need moderators, man. Hey, You know, but you know what I understood that? You got to understand, when you start to get to higher places, the more higher places you go, the more negativity will start to follow. You got to realize we're spreading here, right? And please, let's go. Go ahead and put some love in the comments. Y'all go ahead, throw some hearts in here, throw some all of that in here, because we gonna keep flooding them, right? But just understand, just understand, bro. Like, the higher you go in ascension, the more people will try to bring you down, because you doing something that they don't want to be out there. They don't want to be out there, right? They don't want to be out there. They don't want that information to be out there. You feel me? But now that you guys are here, I'm about to turn off the Wi-Fi, because I'm about to play some frequencies for y'all. Right. So almost fell. All right, so I'm about to play some frequencies for y'all. So if you guys were here yesterday, you guys saw that I played frequencies. So I'm going to play some frequencies for y'all, some healing frequencies. Y'all tell me what frequency y'all want. I think I'm going to start off with 432 hertz. I'm going to start off with 432 hertz. And I'm going to do some healing energy. And trust me, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. And this is the same technology that I use in my own music by putting these frequencies in here. Right? So y'all get ready for this. All right, here we go. So let me show you how I do this, right? So in order to change it to 432 hertz, it has to be on plus 32 cents, right? So I have it on there. I'm cool. I'm ready. And here we go. Let's go. And this is the power of frequencies. These are the power of healing. You will feel this energy flow and literally fill your room up. So let me go ahead and get let me get this, so I don't want nothing messing up the speaker. Here we go. I'm going to do 528 after. Here we go. Hold on. Let me do this the right way. Here we go. There we go. So I'm going to do 963 hertz. Now, 963 hertz, I started sweating too. 963 hertz, I felt for me was truly like powerful. Like, I was like, dang, I feel 963 hertz. Was it negative 44? I think it was negative 44 cents. 528. Let's do 528. Somebody said 528 first. Let's do that one first. So that's plus 16 cents, right? So here we go. 528. Let's do let's do a C, A. What chord are we going to do? Let's do A. frequency then. It's okay. That's the heart chakra. Maybe you got some work to do in the heart chakra. Maybe it's the heart chakra, right? Let's go back to 963 hertz. Let's go back to 963 hertz. I like that one. Oh, it's loud. Wow. This is 963. I feel this one in my stomach for sure though. Mind you, also remember, you're probably not feeling the 100% effectiveness because it's freaking through a phone. You know what I'm saying? It'd be different if I recorded this and you heard and you played it in your own. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. You guys have a great day. Make sure you guys go ahead and support the crystal shop. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys go ahead and get you some crystals. I know a lot of you guys are buying fake crystals from certain places. Or at least you guys don't want to buy fake crystals. You know what I'm saying? So my friends actually mine their crystals. A lot of them actually mine their crystals from South Carolina and allowed me to sell them. So, you know, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. I don't have set times for live. I kind of just allow... You know what I'm saying? But I will upload this onto YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube. I post longer forms of content there, and I also post my lives there. Love you all, and I am